Okay, so I'm sorry for that. Lumang PowerPoint pala yung na-present natin dun sa previous topic natin sa pledge, but it's okay. Ito yung katuloy natin. So I'll finish the allotted 1 hour and 30 minutes for every video lecture. No, Article 2103. Unless the thing pledge is expropriated, the debtor continues to be the owner thereof. So meaning, the ownership will not transfer, okay, or will not cease the fact that the thing is pledged, no? But if it is expropriated, meaning it is needed by the government for public purposes, okay, pwedeng mawala yung ownership ni debtor. But the general rule is the debtor continues to be the owner. This is the general rule. The debtor continues to be the owner unless the thing is expropriated. Nevertheless, the creditor may bring actions which pertain to the owner of the thing pledged in order to recover it from or defend it against a third person. So meaning, kahit pa later on na expropriate yung gamit, pwede pa rin mag-bring ng action si creditor kung sino man ang may-ari ng property na yun. Okay? Article 2104, the creditor cannot use the thing pledged without the authority of the owner, and if he should do so or should misuse the thing in any other way, the owner may ask that it be judicially or extrajudicially deposited. So, ang purpose lang ng pledge is for the creditor to be in possession of the thing pledge. The creditor is not allowed to use it generally. He may be allowed to use it if there is an authority. Okay? If it is allowed by the debtor. Kung sinabi ni debtor doon, pwede mong gamitin, then pwede mong gamitin. Pero kung sabi lang doon, the creditor must be in possession of the thing, you must only hold it or safe keep it. Alagaan mo pa rin. Okay? Kasi kung ginamit mo yan, na wala ka namang authority, the debtor may ask that it be deposited. Paano? Either judicially, kapag judicial deposit, through court, or extrajudicially, no, sa third person. Okay? So generally, hindi pwedeng gamitin ng creditor yung thing pledge. Hawakan niya lang yun. When the preservation of the thing pledge requires its use, it must be used by the creditor only for that purpose. Itong second sentence is the exception, no? Meaning, hindi mo pwedeng gamitin. Dapat i-preserve mo lang. Pero kung yung preservation requires that it must be used, no? Para ma-preserve mo, dapat daw kailangan mong gamitin gaya ng sasakyan. Kung gusto mong ma-preserve, dapat lagi mo siyang ginagamit, lagi siyang tumatakbo. Pwede mo daw siyang gamitin but only for that purpose. For preservation purpose only. Doon mo lang siya pwedeng gamitin. So, general rule, si creditor hindi niya pwedeng gamitin yung thing na naka-pledge. Okay? Except if unang exception, if he is authorized to use it, pwede. Second is if the use is for preservation purposes. Doon niya lang pwedeng gamitin. That is Article 2104. Article 2105, the debtor cannot ask for the return of the thing pledged against the will of the creditor unless and until he has paid. So, ito na yun. Dito, babalikan niya yung right of retention ni retention ni creditor. Di ba sabi natin sa right of retention ni creditor is that the creditor may retain the thing unless and until it has been paid. So kung hindi mo siya nabayaran, pwede siyang i-retain. Okay, dito naman, the debtor cannot demand for the return of the thing unless bayaran niya. So saka lang mababalik kung babayaran. Okay, kung ano yung babayaran, kasama yung principal debt, pati daw yung interest in the proper case. Pwede rin pati expenses. 2106, if through the negligence or willful act of the pledgee, the thing pledged is in danger of being lost or impaired, the pledgor may require that it be deposited with a third person. Okay, so ano naman ito? Okay, if dahil daw sa negligence or willful act ni pledgee, when we say pledgee, we're talking about the creditor, no? Kapag daw nine-neglect na ni creditor, wala na siyang pakialam, or sinasadya niya na wala na siyang pakialam, at pwede itong masira, okay, to the point na considered as lost na siya, or sobrang masira siya, na hindi mo na siya pwedeng gamitin, okay, pwedeng i-request ni debtor or ni pledgor na ipa-deposit yung thing sa third person. Okay? So, dalawang beses natin na-encounter yung deposit, no? Una dito, no? Pwedeng i-deposit kung ginamit yung property. Kasi yung pledge thing hindi pwedeng gamitin. Dapat lang hawakan at safe keep ni creditor. Okay? Kung in danger naman na yung gamit, pwede rin ipa-deposit. So take note, ang concern natin sa pledge is the thing. Okay, is the thing. If there are reasonable grounds to fear the destruction or impairment of the thing pledged without the fault of the pledgee, the pledgor may demand the return of the thing. So, upon offering another in pledge, provided the latter is of the same kind and as the former, not without prejudice to right. Okay, the first paragraph, okay, speaks about another instance of the return of the thing. Okay, so ito yung instance na pwedeng ibalik ni creditor kay debtor, or pwedeng i-request ni debtor na ibalik sa kanya yung gamit. Paano? Kung pwede daw masira, okay, o destruction or ma-impair yung gamit, okay, without the fault of the pledgee. So, kahit walang kasalanan si creditor or si pledgee, pwedeng masira daw yun. So, pwedeng mayroong return basta papalitan niya, no? Upon offering another thing in pledge, meaning papalitan niya. Say for example, cellphone, iPhone 14. Okay? Baka daw masira. Just for example, na without the fault of the pledgee, baka daw masira. Since baka mahirap siguro i-maintain yung phone, palitan niya na lang ng Samsung. Okay? Pwede ba yun? Hindi. Kasi ang sabi dito, provided the latter is of the same kind. So, parehas dapat sila ng kind. Not of inferior quality. So, dapat almost of the same. Dapat of the same quality. Okay? Ayan. So, dapat of the same kind and the same quality kapag papalitan niya. Since that loan is given by virtue of the thing pledge, dapat yung ipapalit mo na gamit is same din nung pinledge mo. The pledgee is bound to advise the pledgor without delay or of any danger to the thing pledge. No? So, This imposes on the part of the creditor an obligation na kung masisira na yung gamit, dapat sabihin niya yun kay pledgor. Kasi hindi naman si creditor ang may-ari, siya lang yung may hawak. Ang may-ari pa rin is si debtor. Okay? Article 2108, if without the fault of the pledgee, so wala na namang kasalanan si creditor dito. Let's just use the word pledgee na lang kung nahihirapan. Si pledgee usually si creditor, si pledgor, si debtor. Kapag daw walang kasalanan si creditor, si pledgee, there is danger of destruction, impairment, diminution in value. He may cause the same to be sold at a public sale. So, i-differentiate natin yung 2107 sa 2108. Dito sa 2107, there are reasonable grounds to fear destruction or impairment. Dito naman, there is danger of destruction, impairment, or diminution. So, in case of danger or impairment, dalawang pwedeng mangyari. Pwedeng i-request na i-return kay debtor, tapos mag-o-offer siya ng bagong gamit, or pwede rin na ibenta ni creditor in a public sale or in a public auction. So, dalawang pwede mangyari. The proceeds of the auction shall be a security for the principal obligation in the same manner as the thing originally pledged. So, who owns the proceeds? Okay, sino ang may-ari ng proceeds? Is it the pledgee or the pledgor? Okay, since this proceeds, meaning kapag proceeds, yan yung mga yan yung pinagbentahan, no? Kung kumari binenta yung cellphone for 50,000, that is the proceeds. The whole amount of 50,000 is the proceeds. Sino daw may-ari nun? Si pledgee or si pledgor? The answer is si pledgor. Kasi ang sabi dito, the proceeds of the auction shall be a security for the principal obligation in the same manner as the thing original pledge. So since parang yun pa rin daw yung gamit, therefore siya ang may-ari ng proceeds, no? Kapag hindi na siya nakabayad, o di dun na pwedeng i-appropriate yung proceeds. 2109, if the creditor is deceived on the substance or quality of the thing pledged, he may either claim another thing in its stead or demand immediate payment. Ito naman kapag niloko mo si creditor. So, sabi mo, ito, yung iPhone, ito yung ipe-pledge ko sa'yo. Bago yan, iPhone 14 Pro Max yan. No? Yun pala, hindi pala siya yung original version. It's only a Korean version or fake, no? Hindi siya yung authentic na iPhone, no? So, since nalaman niya na hindi authentic yun, pwede siyang mag-request na palitan. Palitan mo ng original na iPhone kasi yan ang usapan natin. Okay? Or, pwedeng, bayaran mo na lang. Niloloko mo ako eh. Sayang ang oras ko. Diba? That can happen. No? So, kapag hindi of the substance or the quality yung binigay na thing, no? The creditor may ask for a replacement or immediate payment, no? Either i-replace mo yan or bayaran mo na ngayon na. Okay? Article 2110, if the thing pledged is returned by the pledgee to the pledgor or owner, the pledge is extinguished. So what does that mean? If the thing pledged is returned by the pledgee to the pledgor, we have the creditor and the debtor, the pledgee and the pledgor. since pinledge niya yan, ang may hawak dapat niyan, si pledgee, si creditor. Okay? Kung daw binalik daw ito ni creditor kay debtor, wari lang, let's say for example, binalik niya lang, okay, wala na sa kanya. Under the law, the pledge is considered as extinguished. Why? Diba ang isang essential requisite ng pledge is that it must be in the possession of the creditor. So kung wala na kay creditor at na kay debtor na, extinguish na yung pledge. Ganun lang yun. Any stipulation to the contrary shall be void. So attorney, pwede ba na mag-pledge kayo pero yung possession ay nakay debtor? Hindi pwede. Hindi pwede yun. That is contrary to Article 2110. Dapat ang possession will always be with the creditor. No? Kasi movable yan eh. Di ba yung pledge movable yan eh. No? Pwede mo yung dalhin sa'yo. O di ba? Wala namang evidence of property. Cellphone, wala namang title. Di ba? Hindi mo pwedeng at madali siyang ibenta. No? Kasi kung kahit pa pinledge mo yan, pero nasa possession ni debtor yan, may tendency na itong cellphone na ito, kung wala sa'yo, kung wala kay creditor, pwede lang ibenta ni debtor kasi siya naman ang may-ari, di ba? So para hindi niya mabenta kay creditor ang cellphone, siya ang umawak ng cellphone. If subsequent to the perfection of the pledge, the thing is in the possession of the pledgor or owner, there is a prima facie presumption that the same has been returned by the pledgee. Anong ibig sabihin ito? Okay? Let's say for example, the pledge was constituted on November 23 today. Ngayon siya na-constitute. Okay? So, in effect yung pledge. If on November 28, okay, the thing pledge is already with the debtor, meaning nakay debtor na daw yung thing pledge noong November 28, merong prima facie presumption na ni-return yun ni pledgee at extinguish ang obligation. Ganun lang yun. Basta nakay debtor na yung gamit, extinguish ang obligation. This same presumption exists if the thing pledge is in the possession of a third person who has received. So meaning, hindi lang kay creditor, paano kung kay third person naka-pledge yung gamit, kapag later on na kay debtor na yung gamit, okay, that is considered as extinguished. Okay? Article 2111, a statement in writing by the pledgee that he renounces or abandons the pledge is sufficient to extinguish. So, we're now nasa extinguishment tayo ng pledge. No? Nandito tayo sa extinguishment ng pledge. Yung unang didiscuss natin kanina is if yung possession is nakay debtor na. So, kung nakay debtor na yung pledge, yung thing pledge, extinguish na yung pledge. Pangalawa, if the creditor or the pledgee renounces or abandons the pledge. Okay? That is enough to constitute extinguishment of the pledge. For this purpose, neither the acceptance by the pledgor or owner nor the return of the pledge is necessary, the pledgee becoming a depositary. What does it mean? If merong in-execute si creditor na renounce niya na yung thing or ina-abandon niya na yung thing in favor of the debtor, okay? Kahit pa nasa kanya yung gamit, kahit pa nasa kanya yung possession, if meron siyang in-execute in writing, ayun a statement in writing, okay, na nire-renounce na yung possession at yung ina-abandon niya yung thing, that is considered as extinguished pa rin. Okay? Kahit pa nasa kanya, yes, kasi ang sabi dito, nag-a-act lang siya as depositary, meaning hinahawakan niya. Okay, so yun na, yun yung mga circumstances ng extinguishment. when the possession is already with the debtor or when the creditor renounces or abandons the thing. The creditor to whom the credit has not been satisfied in due time may proceed before a notary public to the sale of the thing pledged. So ito na yung public sale. So ito daw yung procedure natin for public sale, no? Kapag hindi nabayaran in due time yung obligation, pwede nang pumunta si creditor sa isang notary public to facilitate the sale of the thing pledged. So anong gagawin niya doon? This sale shall be made at a public auction and with notification to the debtor and the owner of the thing pledged in a proper case stating the amount. So merong notification stating the amount for which the public sale is to be held. If at the first auction the thing is not sold, so there is notice for the public sale. Kung hindi siya nabenta, a second one with the same formalities, so pwede merong dalawang public sale. So merong unang public sale, merong pangalawa. Kung hindi siya na benta, okay, merong pangalawang public sale. And if at the second auction there is no sale either, the creditor may appropriate the thing pledge. Tandaan nyo general rule, the creditor cannot appropriate to himself the thing pledge. Meaning, kunwari, naka-pledge sa inyo ang cellphone, ikaw yung creditor, ikaw yung pledgee, hindi mo pwedeng angkinin ito. Ang dapat mong gawin, i-public sale, ibenta mo. Okay, ibenta mo. Yun ang dapat mong gawin. Ilang beses mo siya dapat subukang ibenta? At least twice. Okay? So kung wala pa rin on the second sale, doon mo na siya pwedeng i-appropriate. Okay? Yun na yung public sale, no? Kailangan public sale siya at 2 beses bago siya ma-appropriate. Okay? In this case, he shall be obliged to give an acquittance for his entire claim. Article 2113, at the public auction, the pledger or owner may bid. So, dun sa public sale, si debtor, which is could be the pledger or the owner, pwede daw siyang magbid. He shall moreover have a better right if he should offer the same terms as the highest bidder. So, in case na merong dalawang highest bidder and they bid the same amount, and yung isa doon is si owner, meron siyang preference. Siya ang mas pipiliin, meron siyang better right. Okay? Since siya naman ang may-ari, no? The pledgee may also bid, but his offer shall not be valid if he is only bidder. So, itong sa second sentence naman, sinasabi niya na sa creditor na nagpapabenta nun in a public sale, pwede din daw siyang mag-bid. Pero dapat hindi lang siya yung bidder, dapat meron din. Why? Kasi that may constitute to appropriation, di ba? Baka pinalabas lang ng public sale pero siya lang nag-bid. Di useless din. Di parang appropriation na rin siya. Article 2114, all bids at the public auction shall offer to pay the purchase price at once. If any other bid is accepted, the pledgee is deemed to have been received the purchase price as far as the pledger or owner is concerned. So, meaning, generally, dapat lump sum ang payment ng purchase price in a public sale or in a public auction. Pero kung tinanggap daw ni pledgee yung other bid, which may be in the form of installment, that is considered as paid, no? Kasi tinanggap niya na yung term na installment. The pledgee is deemed to have been received the purchase price. Kumbaga na-receive niya na yung purchase price, kahit pa in reality hindi pa. Kasi ang rule sa public sale, dapat pay at once in lump sum. Article 2115, we'll try to finish pledge lang siguro ngayon kasi mahaba pala ito. The sale of the thing pledged shall extinguish the principal obligation. We're talking about the public sale here. Okay, kapag nabenta na yan, extinguish na yung obligation. So ano yung modes for extinguishment under pledge? If babalikan natin yung discussions natin kanina, kapag yung possession na kay debtor na. Pangalawa, kapag ni-renounce niya or inabandon niya yung gamit. Pangatlo, kapag merong sale. Okay? Whether or not the proceeds of the sale are equal to the amount of principal obligation and interest expenses. Okay? So, basta nabenta na in a public sale, that is considered as extinguished kahit pa hindi enough yung proceeds na masatisfy yung obligation. If the price of the sale is more than the said amount, the debtor shall not be entitled to the excess. Now, meaning, kung the obligation is for 500,000, the principal obligation, and it was sold for 600,000, the excess daw will not go to the debtor. No? The excess proceeds will go to the creditor, of course, or the pledgee. But if there is an stipulation na yung excess, if there is an stipulation that the excess shall go to the debtor, then kay debtor. Pero kung wala, we apply the general rule. Kung magkano mo binenta, lahat yan kay creditor. No? If the price of the sale is less, neither shall the creditor be entitled to recover the deficiency, notwithstanding any stipulation. What does that mean? So kung yung price ng yung principal obligation mo is 500,000 and you were able to sell it for 400,000 only, yun lang ang makukuha ni creditor, the 400,000 pesos. Sir, what about the 100,000 pesos deficit? Pwede ba niyang ipag-usapan nila na pwede niyang magbawi yun? Hindi pwede. No? Kahit pa merong contrary stipulation, hindi niya na pwede itong singilin. So kung ano lang yung amount na pinagbentahan, yun lang. Okay? Unlike kung sobra, so ibang rule kapag sobra, ibang rule kapag less. So kung more, lahat pupunta pa rin kay creditor unless there is a stipulation na yung excess mapunta kay debtor, pwede. Kung less, lahat mapupunta pa rin kay creditor. Kung merong stipulation na yung less, pwede niyang habulin, hindi pwede yun. Okay? Article 2116, after the public auction, the pledgee shall promptly advise the pledgor owner, of course, of the result. No? Since tapos na yung sale, i-inform mo na si pledgor na nabenta na yun kasi si pledgor ang owner. Kaya lang naman ini-inform kasi siya pa rin ang owner. 2117, any third person who has any right in or to the thing pledged may satisfy the principal obligation as soon as the latter becomes due and demandable. So meaning, di ba sabi ko kanina, debtor, merong creditor, okay? Pwedeng si debtor ang mag-pledge ng thing, pwede ring third person. Di ba? Na-explain ko ito kanina. So kung si third person, yung nag-pledge ng thing, okay, pwede niya ring satisfy yung obligation, meaning pwede niya ring siya yung magbayad para ma-recover niya yung thing at sisingilin niya lang si debtor. As simple as that. If a credit which has been pledged becomes due before it is redeemed, the pledgee may collect and receive the amount due. Of course, he shall apply the same to the payment of his claim and deliver the surplus should there be any to the pledgor. 2119, if two or more things are pledged, so madaming na pledge, the pledgee may choose which he caused to be sold unless there is a stipulation to the contrary. Okay? So kung let's say for example, there are 3 things na pledge, pwede daw pumili si pledgee kung ano muna doon yung ibebenta. He may demand the sale of only as many of the things as are necessary for the payment of the debt. Meaning, if let's say for example, the debt is amounting to 500,000, kung ang pinili niya muna na ibenta is yung property na nasa gitna and nabenta niya ito for 400,000, pwede pa niya magbenta pwede pa niya ibenta yung other things. Kung ito nabenta niya for 200,000, that is enough kasi it already meets the principal obligation, no? Hindi niya na kailangang ibenta itong remaining property. Yun lang yung sinasabi ng 2119. He may demand the sale of only as many things as are necessary. Basta ma-meet niya lang yung principal obligation, yun lang. So kung let's say for example, in another example, itong unang property pa lang nabenta niya and it is already worth 550,000, hindi niya na pwedeng ibenta yung other two properties. If a third party secures an obligation by pledging his own movable property under the provisions of Article 2085, he shall have the same rights as a guarantor. So, ito applying the articles on guarantee under Article 2066 to 2070 and 2077 to 2081. This one we have discussed naman na. Okay, so babalikan nyo na lang. He is not prejudiced by any waiver of defense by the principal obligor. Then the last, hindi pa. Okay, 2121, pledges created by operation of law. So, pledges may be created by the agreement of the parties, and apparently they also may be created by operation of law. Okay? So if they are created by operation of law, they are covered by the specific articles that they are that pertains to them. Okay? However, after payment of the debt and expenses, the remainder of the price of the sale shall be delivered to the obligor. So meaning, this is different to the rule that we had a while ago. Kanina, kung more than yung nabenta, okay, the excess will not go to the debtor, diba? It will go to the creditor unless there is a stipulation to the contrary. Dito naman daw, okay, the proceeds will be used to pay to the creditor and any excess will go to the debtor kapag by operation of law siya. Ano yung mga pledge created by operation of law? Ito po yun. Those that arise by necessary and usual expenses, those that work on movable, in case of depositary, may pledge, right of agent to retain, and right of a hotel keeper, di ba? Pag sa hotel keeper, kung meron kang naiwan na gamit at hindi mo pa nabayaran yung bills mo, pwede niyang i-retain yun, merong pledge na mangyayari. Okay? A thing under a pledge by operation of law may be sold only after demand of the amount for which the thing is retained. The public auction. So kung pledge siya by operation of law, dapat daw muna may demand. The public auction shall take place within 1 month after the demand. So after the demand, saka lang magkakaroon ng public auction. If without just grounds, the creditor does not cause the public sale to be held within such period, the debtor may require the return of the thing. So dapat daw, within 1 month, meron ng public sale. Kung wala, if walang public sale, ibabalik yung gamit kay debtor. Okay, that is 2122. And the last article on pledge, with regards to pawn shops and establishments, meron na kasi siyang special laws. But we are not going to tackle about that. We will stick strictly with pledge. Okay, so chapter 3, next meeting will be on mortgage.